$350 billion. Just take a second to process that number. That's the almost unbelievable new valuation for AI giant Anthropic. And believe me, it's sending shockwaves through the whole tech world.
But hey, it's not all champagne and rocket ships in the world of AI. While some fortunes are absolutely soaring, a massive global firestorm is erupting over at X, with regulators threatening to crack down hard on its Grok AI. Welcome to AI Pulse, where we give you the AI news you need, made by AI. It is January 8th, 2026, and you're going to want to stick around as we track the money, the power, and, yeah, the fallout from the AI revolution. All right, let's get right into it. First up, the AI arms race. And today, it is truly a tale of two fortunes. We've got one company's unbelievable rise, and another's very public, very messy meltdown. So let's kick things off with Anthropic, the minds behind Claude. The word on the street is they're raising another $10 billion. And that cash injection, it's launching their value straight into the stratosphere. But to really get how fast this all happened, you have to see the timeline.
Okay, so rewind to just last March. We're talking less than a year ago. Anthropic was valued at $61.5 billion. Now, that's already a huge number, right? But it was just the starting line. Flash forward to October. Bam! That number more than tripled to $183 billion. The frenzy was real, folks. Everyone wanted a piece of the action. And that brings us to right now, a reported valuation of $350 billion. Let that sink in. That's a nearly 470% jump in less than a single year. I mean, that's not just growth, that is hyper-growth. But for every big winner in a race this fast, there's always someone getting left in the dust. And that brings us to the other side of this story, Meta. This quote from an insider just screams chaos. So while Anthropic was shooting for the moon, Meta's big Llama 4 model completely face-planted. And, well, let's just say Mark Zuckerberg was not pleased. So here's the messy breakdown. The original Llama 4 team sidelined. Why? Apparently, they were accused of fudging their benchmarks, basically cooking the books to hide how badly the model was performing. So now, in what looks like a pretty desperate move, Meta is scrambling to build a new superintelligence team. And get this, they're reportedly throwing offers of over $100 million at top talent just to get them to jump ship from competitors.
Okay, we're shifting gears now. We're moving from the money wars to the courtroom, because AI is officially on trial. And I mean that both in the court of public opinion and in some very real legal battles over code, consent, and a whole lot of controversy. And the epicenter of today's ethical earthquake? It's Grok, Elon Musk's AI over on X. A recent update that lets it edit any public image has been, well, weaponized. It has exploded into a massive scandal involving the creation of non-consensual, explicit images of users.
And the scale of this is just staggering. One researcher's analysis found that Grok was churning out around 6,700 sexually suggestive images every single hour. This isn't just a few bad actors. This looks like a complete systemic failure. And that quote right there, that's from a European Commission spokesperson. No mince words. It really sums up the global reaction. You've now got official investigations kicking off in Europe, India, and Malaysia. The pressure on X right now is just immense. And speaking of controversy, let's pivot to a legal battle that could shake the entire industry to its core. We're talking about Elon Musk's lawsuit against OpenAI. A judge just gave the green light for it to head to trial. And the question at the heart of it all is huge. Did OpenAI betray its founding mission to benefit all of humanity? And here's the bombshell piece of evidence that's got everyone talking. This is from a 2017 diary entry by OpenAI's own co-founder, Greg Brockman. Musk's legal team is basically saying, see, this proves the plan was always to chase profits. They argue it completely contradicts the whole non-profit mission they preached to early backers. And now, a jury might actually get to decide what the true soul of OpenAI really is. Okay, let's move from the courtroom battles to a major new product launch. Our next story is about a really bold move, pushing AI into one of the most personal and one of the most regulated spaces there is. Your health. So OpenAI just dropped something called ChatGPT Health. Think of it as a brand new, separate space inside ChatGPT just for health and wellness topics. But here's the big twist. You can actually connect your own private medical data to get more personalized context.
So how does it work? Well, you can upload things like your medical records or connect it to apps you already use, like Apple Health. Now, OpenAI is being very, very clear in a few points. They say these chats are totally isolated, they're encrypted, and, this is the big one, your data will not be used to train their AI models. They're also hammering home the point that this is a support tool. It is not a doctor. It is not for diagnosis or treatment. And that's a super important line they have to draw as they wade into these very sensitive waters. All right, it's time for a rapid-fire round. Let's hit today's quick stories from around the world of AI.
First up, Google's putting a new Gemini-powered tool into Google Classroom. It basically lets teachers turn their lesson plans into podcasts. Pretty smart move for a generation of students that loves to listen and learn on the go.
And next, chipmaker Marvell is dropping $540 million to buy XConn Technologies. This is a huge strategic play to control the super-fast interconnects. Think of them as the highways connecting AI chips and memory inside those giant data centers. So what's on our watch list for tomorrow? We're asking, who's going to be the first to drop the hammer on X with fines over this Grok mess? Europe? India? Also, what's Anthropic's next move with all that cash? Are we going to see an IPO filing or maybe a surprise AGI preview? And finally, will Meta actually name a new AI chief to try and right the ship? We'll be watching.
And that is your AI Pulse for today. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. This was AI Pulse, and we'll see you for the next briefing tomorrow.